Derby will employ catch-me-if-you-can tactics, and he's doing just that. Grand little horse, Royal Derby, from, in second place, Army of Stars, who's 2 lengths ahead of Ruling. Gran Alba settled 4. Fidway and Forest Sun and Riverhead the back 3. They're at the first now, and they're all safely over, and it's Royal Derby on the inside of Army of Stars. And Army of Stars is coming up to share the lead, in fact just to shade Royal Derby as they go into the second flight of hurdles, and they are both in the air together. The other 5 are some 4 lengths adrift. The order then, as they pass us with a circuit to go, is that Royal Derby and Army of Stars, and Army of Stars just has it by a half or so to Royal Derby, a gap of 6 lengths to Gran Alba, and then comes Ruling in 4, followed by Fidway, Riverhead and Forest Sun tucked away in last place, and they race away from the stands, and Royal Derby comes through on the inside of Army of Stars to regain that lead. 5 lengths back to Grand Alba, a gap of 3 lengths to Ruling. Look at Peter Niven in the black jacket, yellow cap, and Ruling just being a little bit outpaced on this fast track and fast ground, and trying to keep in contention with them. This really isn't his race. Champion hurdle, heavier ground, different kettle of fish altogether. Royal Derby leads as they come into it, skips over it well, all jumped it well. Gran Alba in second. I think we can say goodbye to Army of Stars, fading fast on the outside. Riverhead's going a bit closer, and then Fidway and Forest Sun is still tucked away in last place. And they begin to swing right-handed, and they're halfway in the top-ranked Christmas hurdle and head down towards the next flight of hurdles, flight number 5. And Royal Derby at the head of affairs. From the grey, Gran Alba in second, and then Fidway and Riverhead and Ruling still being niggled along, and then comes Forest Sun and Army of Stars, the back marker. They come down towards the 5th flight then, and Royal Derby leading. Royal Derby from Gran Alba in second, Royal Derby, Gran Alba, Fidway, Forest Sun a mistake, Fidway with a yellow cap and the yellow colours Riverhead. Still Royal Derby the leader, Royal Derby from Gran Alba, and then Fidway in 3rd place, red sleeve jacket, yellow colours Riverhead, and then Ruling just simply outpaced. Forest Sun's behind him, and it's Royal Derby who comes to take the next flight of hurdles, not as fluid as he has been earlier in the race. Gran Alba and Fidway. Fidway won the race last year, getting closer in 3rd, Riverhead in 4, and they've got about half a mile to go. Still got 2 more flights of hurdles to jump, and it's Royal Derby, terrier-like, from the front, and then Gran Alba in second place. Back in 3rd is Fidway, and then Riverhead being pushed along to try and stay in contention. Ruling's behind that one, ridden along this ground and this track and this trip is okay, but the track and ground don't suit him at all. They come down towards the second last, and it's Royal Derby the rail, the grey is Gran Alba, and now we're in for a battle because neither of these horses give up. And then back in 3rd is Fidway. Now this is 2 outlets, Royal Derby and Gran Alba. They're locked in combat now, clear of a hard-ridden Fidway, and then Ruling through on the rails, might get place, and Gran Alba goes on as they come down towards the final flight. Gran Alba leaps it well from Royal Derby in second, then back in 3rd is Fidway, and brave though Royal Derby's fighting, this goes to Gran Alba, draws away by 2 to 3 as they take it, and at the line it's Gran Alba clear of Royal Derby. Ruling a great race in 3rd place. Fidway, Forest Sun never really got into contention at all. Riverhead was behind him though, and so too was Army of Stars. And so the result then of this, the top rank Christmas hurdle race, has gone to horse number 4, Gran Alba, 3 to 1 chance in the colours of Mr. David Thompson, trained at Marlborough by Richard Hannon and ridden by Graham McCord, for whom this one is the 49th winner of the season, and a double here this afternoon. Second horse home was Royal Derby, a brave front-running role, but just beaten by a better horse on the day. And the 3rd horse home was number 7, Ruling. And if it comes up soft at Cheltenham on Champion Hurdle Day, well, I would fancy him to reverse the placings with both of them, because this just wasn't to him at all. However, it was a good run by Gran Alba, who walking just a little bit awkwardly perhaps, and perhaps just a little bit lame, John.
Well, he just looks a little bit sore there on his off 4, but I'm surprised if Graham hasn't got off of him in actual fact. Maybe it's just a characteristic of his, but he certainly, as you can see yourself, isn't sound. And you can see, I mean, it's like you realise that it's the off 4, because if you had a stone in your left shoe, in your foot, you'd be putting all your weight down on your right one.